Welcome back to my channel. Today, we are going to be doing my favorite video of the month. Yes, it's at the end of the month. I'm so sorry, but you know, shipping delays, COVID, the whole thing. Let's jump into my BoxyCharm unboxings for July. I have 2 base boxes and my premium box this month. What's in the box? If you happen to be new to my channel or you just can't remember how I do my BoxyCharm unboxings, I have a twist on how I do so many of these videos. Yes, I get the products, I open the box for you, I tell you everything I got. I also do long wear tests for you as long as I can, considering these boxes are coming really sporadically. But also, I go online and let you guys know what other actual users of these products are saying. Because everything I say may not work for me, but it may work differently for you with dry skin, different environments, the whole thing. There's a lot of different, things that go into skincare, makeup, hair care, and there is all of that in these boxes. So let's jump in. These are longer videos, so keep that in mind. Grab a tea, grab a snack, grab a blankie, get comfy because we are in for the ride together. You guys know I have to do my little intro here first before we can get into the products. These are all full-size items that I have in front of me, and if you are unfamiliar with BoxyCharm, their base box is $25 a month. And if you are interested in getting this box, I will be having my link below for you, along with some additional information about BoxyCharm and their varying boxes, because they have a premium box, a luxe box, the whole works if you are new to it. And you can come here on my channel and discover what all of them are like through my past videos, through my upcoming videos as well, because I do quarterly reviews as well, and I am due for one very, very soon. So hit that subscribe bell so you don't miss out on what my thoughts have been thoroughly and in depth for the last 3 months worth of boxes, which is a lot of products because I get 3 boxes a month. And because I get so many boxes, I absolutely do giveaways every month. And yes, this box right here contains some amazing goodies for you. But that will be coming in the middle of this video because I'm going to start right here with the first box I received, because that's the products I've had longer to let you know how I feel about them and give you an in-depth review on those. Every month I do get a gifted box to me from BoxyCharm. I work with them behind the scenes. I make up a proposal every month for them, which is a newer thing for Boxy with us in the influencer world. So if you are kind of like going through these intros, like, why do they talk so much about things they're gifted? It's because that is part of the arrangement with this. If you did not know, I need to give everyone who's maybe newer to BoxyCharm in-depth information in the beginning. So don't get mad at us when we have to go through this. It's part of the agreement, so then you guys can have monthly giveaways here on my channel. But let's talk about the items that I have been trying almost this entire month, because this box came first for me. The first thing that I can tell you I really, really enjoy and has become part of my morning ritual, where I kind of just leave my little tiny house, go out onto my tiny house deck and start my morning with my skincare and morning meditations, is this amazing serum that I did have to put one of my favorites to the side for. So if I have stuck with it for this long, that tells you that I'm really enjoying this, because I had to put aside one of my favorites to use this. This is the Clean Skin Club Serum. This is a vitamin C brightening booster, watermelon, green tea, and pineapple. First and foremost, I really like the smell of this. It's not overwhelming either, because when I initially read watermelon, green tea, and pineapple, I was like, that could be a really nice combo. I could see the aroma being too much, but it's really not. It is a clean scent, which is kind of nice since it's the name, but it's got that lighter end note to it when you're smelling it. So I really enjoy starting my mornings with this on my face. I do that every morning since I received this box, and it was close to the beginning of the month when I got this. So I have been trying this for weeks now, and I have continued to use it. I have not strayed from it and gone back to my favorite Peach and Lily Glass Refining Serum that is like my heart. I've had it for almost a year now, obsessed. This is really allowing my skin, I feel, to brighten. I was kind of noticing over the summer how this part of my under eye was starting to get a little bit darker. Now that could be for a variety of reasons, including makeup falling down overnight or oils, stress, so many things. I'm really feeling like it lightening up this part of my face, and I do put it all over my face, but I'm also noticing my pores are looking better too. Now, again, I've been pretty religious with my skincare, especially this past like 2 months. So for me, that could have been also using these in the past, also using my It Confidence in a Cream Moisturizer combination. There's a lot of different things that go into it, but what I've noticed is this has not harmed my skin in the least. I've not had any breakouts, and I'm a very sensitive skin girl who's going through hormone changes. So for me, if something wasn't working chemically, it would have immediately shown up, or at least within a week or so, because you know, skincare, we need to give it a longer amount of time to really absorb into our skin to see the benefits from it. I'm really seeing benefits from this in a different way than I see them with my Peach and Lily. So that's why I'm really intrigued to keep using this, and then maybe kind of go back and forth with these two once I'm finished reviewing this, so I can really see how these two could really work together, because I'm so impressed with my bare skin right now. And during a pandemic when I've been crazy stressed all of 2020, just like you guys, I can't believe how good my skin has been looking. So super proud of that and really, really enjoying this thus far. But now this is the time I go online to let you know what other users are saying, because that'll give us some more ideas of what a collective mindset would be thinking. Because there are a lot of different variables when it comes to skincare. The retail price for this is $49.95. So if you did not get this, I know a lot of people were saying they got the other piece of skincare that was coming this month that they were super excited for. So I can tell you this isn't crazy pricey compared to another thing that I got in my box, but this is crazy pricey for being a base box item. You guys know the base box is $25 a month, so this is a $50 item essentially. Like if you were to buy it, you'd have to pay for tax, shipping, the whole thing. So already worth the whole base box. Ooh, and I can see, at least at this moment when I am filming it, this is gonna take a couple days before it goes up, it is in the BoxyCharm like pop-up where you get things at a discount for $12. So that's an even better steal for you. Tip from me to you. So Amarette says, amazing, in all caps with 5 hearts. She said, I would never have purchased this on my own, so if it weren't for BoxyCharm, I would never have been able to try it. Very refreshing, says Alexandria, and it leaves her skin soft. Yeah, I've noticed the texture of my skin is getting a bit softer too, but like I said, I've been really religious about my skincare for about a couple of months now. Kelly S said, I really love this, 5 hearts, and it smells amazing too. Melanie says, feels clean and absorbs quickly, so it's easy to layer with other products. That's good to hear, because for the most part lately with the morning routine for me, I go outside, do my skincare, and let it sit for a really long time. That is what has been really working for me with skincare right now, since I'm so sensitive and going through hormones. But it's good to hear from her that she can pretty much go on to her next bit of the routine and it's still working fabulously. Megan M just said, I haven't had time to see whether or not this has had much effect yet because I just got it, but this stuff smells delicious and I love how this feels on my skin. I will definitely be making this a part of my daily routine. Ooh, see, Hannah just said, I love the smell and I can already tell a difference in my skin in 1 week. 5 hearts. Amber P said, I love this. You literally feel it sinking into your pores. My pores are looking very blurred right now, and I've let you guys know forever that my pores are super bossy right up front. So this is getting a ton of love online right now. Obviously, stick around for a quarterly review so I can give you a more in-depth update, but I am really, really enjoying this right now, and so is my skin. Okay, the next thing I'm going to be talking about is something that may not be a favorite for me. I'm still going to try it a bit longer, so I'll let you guys know in an upcoming video if I'm still using it or if it's just kind of fallen to the wayside for me. But Studio Makeup, I was so happy to start seeing them again in our boxes. I let you guys know recently I got a palette from them from BoxyCharm. It was kind of okay, but we used to get palettes from Studio Makeup that were amazing originally with BoxyCharm like 3 years ago, and I really, really liked them. So that's the reason that I wanted to try this liquid eyeshadow from Studio Makeup, and it's a very nude shade. The thing that kills me is this is a $25 MSRP, and I just don't think I would do that for this. This is in the shade Gold. Let me just show you. Here on my hand, it's like, it blends into my skin a lot. So I think you either need to be, I don't know, crazy fair or have a deeper skin tone than me to really like see this on your lids. Because when I did try this in a wear test, it was a really nice no makeup look because I had tried some of the other products, put this on my eyes, and it kind of just gave this a no makeup look, but a little bit of shimmer to the lids. So if you're somebody that really wants some pow shimmer, this may not be your jam, but if you're more of a neutral girl and this is something that you just want something for a little zhuzh because you're not a glitter girl, so it would be too much for you to go full glam, this could be a perfect compromise for you. For me, this was just kind of like, okay, not my favorite. Even sitting here on my hand, you can just kind of see how here at the ends, it's got a lot of pigments. So you're like, oh, we'll just keep layering it. It just still tends to look more like the middle here, where it's got reflective properties to it that you can see in the sunlight, but it's not a lot of pow. It's definitely not like a Stila or anything like that. I actually compared it the other day with some Stila on my forearm here and some other stuff that I've gotten from BoxyCharm, and I think one from a glossy box that I received. And this one was the one that was kind of more just absorbed into my skin. I couldn't see it very well. I even tried layering this on top of something else, and even then it was still like the Stila is really where it's at if that's the kind of look you're wanting for a pow glitter eye moment. This is just much more subtle, I would say, especially because of the color. I definitely wouldn't pay $25 for this, but getting it in BoxyCharm, I mean, back to back with this, the box is already like outside of that price range, outstanding kind of thing, you know, but I wouldn't pay $25 for this. So let's see what other people are saying online. The first review is from Heather, and she gave it a little less than 1 heart, and she said lots of sparkle with very little pigment, patchy application, feels like a filler item with an overflated value, which is kind of a shorter, faster, harsher way to say essentially what I just said, because yeah, I have to agree with what she said there. The color is very pretty, says Brooke. 3 hearts from Haley. She said this shade is very pretty, but you have to layer it up to get any impact. It also works good as a base for other shimmer shadows. That's essentially how I was trying it on my forearm the other day, just to see if I could layer it with maybe a more metallic-y liquid eyeshadow and then put this on top, and that could work too. That's kind of what I did with it, just playing around on my wrist. April M, right below her, gave it less than 1 heart and said, this is a filler item. You sent me 2 eyeshadows this month. And then there's less than 1 heart from Christina B, who said, I'm not a fan of liquid eyeshadow. I'm really not too much either. And she said, even though it has a pretty shimmery look, it's just not pigmented at all. Agree. That seems to kind of be the consensus as I'm looking through this. So let's go on to the next one. Okay, so this next item is the Ace Beauté palette that I received. And I really like Ace Beauté. I had let you guys know their Grandiose palette is amazing. I am a little less than thrilled with the other palette that I received, the Breaking Dawn palette. I think that's what it's called. Or is Breaking Dawn the name of a Twilight movie? It's probably that. Let me see. Here it is. It's Vintage Dawn. My bad. I was apparently quoting a Twilight movie I don't even know if I've ever seen. This is the other palette that I've received from them. It's just kind of okay. The thing about the bronzer palettes is I knew I wanted to use this and try it out because these are mattes, and originally when we got the Too Faced bronzer a couple of months back, we all thought it was going to be a matte one, and then it ended up being shimmer. But that really works out well for me because I feel like that really blurs, adds a lot of dimension and life to my face. So I think it's a beautiful, beautiful summer bronzer that I reach for a lot. But this is pretty much the opposite spectrum. What I can say about having a palette like this, I enjoy a palette for contours because I could totally see with contours how I would use the deeper tones and sometimes the lighter tones. As far as a bronzer goes, what I like about it is because they're trying to please masses, it's easier to say, here's a variety of shades that could work for you. But then as the user, it's kind of like most of this is probably going to get unused. But because it's been a really weird summer, obviously, and I don't know about you guys, I know the Midwest and here in Florida, it's definitely, we're getting a lot of rainy storms. Today's a super rainy day, like gray day out. So I would normally probably be more like this shade here for bronzer, tapping into this one maybe every now and again. But because the weather's been so fickle, I am kind of just like played through these. So that was kind of nice to have some options. So maybe I didn't go too crazy on the face today. And I thought it did a pretty good job, and I've tried it now multiple times. It's a nice bronzer. It kind of blends out pretty well. It's pretty smooth. And today on my face, I think they did a great job. It's definitely not a favorite bronzer for me at the moment, but that's just because I've been loving that Too Faced bronzer and how it blurs my pores on top of everything else. I just want to be fully blurred. I want to be a walking filter in my life, don't we all? But this is actually really nice. I'm actually seeing here in my little monitor, I like how this really looks. Now, I did put on a little bit of contour before I put this on, but I like how I was able to build this up and it's not too crazy and it's not too chalky or anything like that. I didn't have a lot of pan mess all over the place. So it seems like a really nice bronzer that I'm going to keep playing with a bit. You could also, if you are on the fairer side and you're like, I'm not going to touch any of these, you could use them for eyeshadows or build up a crease or an outer corner, something like that. I also used it today to kind of warm up the body because, again, it's been a weird summer and I feel like my face was a different color from my foundation than my skin a little bit because I'm running low on foundation. So I just kind of warmed up the body a little bit with this too. So that was really nice. And then it doesn't add that extra shimmer to your body, which can be good, especially if you're going to use other stuff. So let's just see what other people are saying about this. I'm kind of like lukewarm on this. $30. Is this really $30? Oh yeah, $30. Okay, it's the Bronzed in Paradise palette is the full name. I don't know if I'd spend 30 bucks on this, but again, that's why I like getting this in a BoxyCharm so I don't have to. Sadie G said pigmented and beautiful, super easy to work with. Heather W said too dark for my skin tone. I'll try to get some use out of it as an eyeshadow. It seems a bit dark, says Deborah C, but she thinks the shades are nice. Jennifer R said I do not use bronzers and this was way too dark for me. 1 heart. Christina gave this 3 hearts and said, I like bronzers with more of a shimmer glow to them. The colors are very pretty though, and the packaging is also pretty. So Allison S says 1 heart, terrible bronzer. It's way too dark for my complexion, and the smell is horrible in all caps. I couldn't imagine wearing this at all. Extremely disappointed. I'm putting my face in it to see what it smells like because I honestly don't know. I mean, it does have more of a cardboardy, chemically smell, but I did not get a whiff of that at all when using it previously. So I guess maybe I'm just not as sensitive to smells though as some people. Jacqueline said, I loved the colors, but I really don't use bronzer, so I'm going to be sharing this with my daughter. This is getting more like the 4 heart range overall, so people are somewhat pleased with it or just kind of like, it might be too dark. So I'm going to see how this plays for me this summer. I will see if I reach for it a lot. The hard thing for me, though, is the palette situation. I'm kind of worried that this may just somehow work its way out of my beauty collection, but we'll find out, won't we? Be subscribed so you don't miss out. Okay, so the next item here is something that I was pretty excited to get. This is a birthday collection or special from Alamar. Alamar Cosmetics is celebrating their 2-year anniversary by wearing their birthday suit, a universally gorgeous pink diamond dripping gloss. This is a $15 MSRP. I have this on today. The first day I had it on, I put it on with pretty much that natural neutral face I was telling you about with this studio makeup piece and the bronzer. It was a very simple no makeup day, and this on my lips with nothing on it. It was just kind of like gave me a really nice juicy lip. It honestly reminded me a bit of the Fenty Gloss Bomb that I got from my Fenty Premium box, so take that for what you will. That's what it reminded me of. And then today I put this over the top of ColourPop's Beeper shade, which has more of the brown undertone to it because I knew I was going to be doing a darker eye look today with some of the eyeshadow palettes, and I thought this really made my lips look juicy and look kind of like lightened it up because I feel like sometimes Beeper, especially in the summer, can look too winter toned, too dark toned. So I liked how this kind of livened it up just a smidge and gave it that glossy finish to it. I thought it was really pretty and I'm really liking it. I think I heard Kathleen Lights say in her video she was hoping to get it and didn't, so I don't know if you can still purchase this or not, but I really like it and I've reached for this a couple different times throughout the week. Okay, so Jessica L said this is the perfect pop. 5 hearts. I love this and would buy it again, says Jane A. Now that's an endorsement. Sheer with fine sparkle. It's a pretty gloss for every day, says Heather W. She gave it like 4.5 hearts. Haley F said, I love this shade, not too sticky or too glossy, and the smell is amazing. I would agree. There are so many glosses out there that I've tried with BoxyCharm that hold your lips together or they're just like, it makes everything move all over your face like a hot mess. So I really like that. I have to smell it. I'm sorry, I don't remember. Oh, it's like frosting. Oh, damn. Now I want a cupcake. Ugh, that is really nice. Smells good and it's pretty, but I hate glitter, and this is, according to Jenna R., really sticky with a bunch of L's in it. I don't think this is really sticky, but I've also had this on now for at least 40 minutes, so maybe she didn't let it wear down? I don't know. So Carrie H. gave it 3 stars. Hearts, whatever, and said, I love Alamar Cosmetics. Everything I have from them has been amazing. Unfortunately, this was a miss for me. The color was beautiful and it smelled amazing. I love lip glosses, but this was way too sticky. I had it on for 10 minutes and then had to wipe it off. Maybe it's different environments, like, I don't know. Really nice gloss, goes on well with any of my lipsticks, says Jacqueline. I agree. I think this could be really universal to go with any base you want. Lyra B said the color was translucent with a hint of shimmery pink. Yes. The formula was a little sticky, but thick. I think almost all long-wearing lip glosses are. The only thing I didn't like was the wand. It was so flimsy, making application difficult. Yeah, it is kind of flimsy. I could see that. See, even doing that, I don't feel like this is sticky at all. Interesting, very interesting. This is kind of, you know, getting some lukewarm love online. Not a lot of people, if you don't like gloss, that may be a thing for you, but I'm pretty pleased with this. The last thing I got in this box was from the Cream Shop, and it is these sponges here. These are the Next Gen Blender Sets, a duo of uniquely cut shaped sponges designed to help apply and blend cosmetics to all areas of the face, including the hard to reach places. So the feelings I had about these were when I tried all of those ColourPop sponges for you guys. I really delved into those to kind of see the differences from each different type of sponge. So to me, this reminded me of those softer sponges. Even though these aren't necessarily as marshmallowy soft as those were, I can tell you, to me, this reminded me of those because it is such a soft sponge, especially when wet, that I feel like it pulls some foundation off when applying it. So the thing about that is, for me personally, again, this is me, I think that gives you more of a natural look because it pulls away more product than it actually like puts onto your skin. So sometimes you could see more freckles. I ended up needing, each time I used this sponge, more foundation, just like I did with the ColourPop sponges. I don't dislike a more natural face look with foundation, especially in the summertime. You know, I like my freckles to kind of come through every now and again. However, it's not my favorite type of sponge. My favorite is still the Velvet from ColourPop because I feel like that still gives you a nice clean finish look that can look more natural, but it gives you more coverage. I feel like with this I had to use way too much foundation. As far as the smaller one went, I used this for, I think, concealer and for foundation, and this one's okay. This one's a bit stiffer. It is because it's smaller, I think. It was all right, but I still think I like the velvety one more. No, I've not washed it this week. Leave me alone. I've been busy. But I think I like that a bit better personally for myself. But for a value of $22, it was nice to get these and try them. I think my foundation the past few days when I have been using these looks fine. Same with the concealer. It's just not as full of a coverage as I like, especially when it comes to concealer. If I am laying down stuff under my eyes, especially with as tired and as stressed as we have all been in 2020, I need full coverage and I need to feel blurred. And these kind of didn't do that so much for me. Amy C gave it less than 1 heart as the very first review on this page and said, the Cream Shop never works for me. These sponges are too hard and not bouncy. I gave every item away from this BoxyCharm. She sounds like she is having a rough day. I don't know if it's not that bouncy, but maybe it's just not as bouncy as some others. Ooh, didn't work too well, says Jane A, but she gave it 5 hearts. We talked about this in my last video. Don't do that. Heather W said, I will use these, but I prefer texture more like the Beauty Blender. These are denser and springier. Not bad for a filler item though. This is where we start to get contrasting things in reviews sometimes, because again, personal preference is key. The first time she's been getting sponges in her box is Haley, and she's not too disappointed in them, but they do just seem average. That I can agree with. They seem like average blenders, which is fine. That was kind of the last thing here in my base PR box. So those were a lot of fun to try. I'm pretty pleased with the base box that I did receive. There's a few things that I wasn't in love with, but that's okay. Moving on now to the next box I received is my premium box. Now that box is where I'm going to be telling you some good giveaways for you guys because I've got a few items in there. So I've really only tried 2-3 things from this box because everything else is in the giveaway. The first thing I can tell you that I tried for the first time this morning is this toner, and I cannot believe how crazy expensive this toner is. This is the, is it Biro Bitter Essence Toner. The Bitter Green Essence Toner is packed with 33 different green vegetable extracts, including artichoke, broccoli, and basil, that will hydrate and purify your skin, helping to smooth unwanted texture. This mega dose of antioxidants will nourish the skin while protecting from premature aging. Yes, please give it to me. I need it. The MSRP on this is crazy. $95. Whew. I used this for the first time this morning as the directions implied, and I've always used toners with like a cotton pad, but this one says they wanted me to apply it all over my neck and face using my fingertips. So that was what I did this morning before my skincare when I was kind of like washing my face initially. And honestly, I've only used it once. I would be very uneducated telling you any in-depth reviews about this, so I'm definitely going to go online and definitely hit that subscribe bell so you don't miss out on my upcoming quarterly review where I can give you way more in-depth information. But I did not get this box until very recently, so I've only gotten to try this once. But it applied really well even with the fingers. It did have this little top on it that I had to like undo and pull off so you could get some of the product out. Put it on my fingers. It applied beautifully and my skin didn't have any bad reactions initially to it, so I'm going to have to let you know in an upcoming video. I thought about holding off until posting this video until I was able to try some of these things even more, but then it was honestly going to be August by the time this was going to go up, so I wanted to give you what I could now. Hope L said stunning, I love it. Kayla C said honestly I have no clue what this is, 2 hearts. I think people are going to see the $95 value and maybe get excited, but you know, toner is something that you can use to really help even your skin texture. It helps aid in things like moisturizing and morning serums, stuff like that. But do this right after washing your face in the morning, then apply it. I like to let my skincare sit a little bit because I am so sensitive and I want to give stuff a moment to itself. And then I went in with my Clean Skin Club serum, and then in with my It Confidence in a Cream moisturizer. That's how I used it this morning. Great to get in the box, but I would never pay full price for this, says Jessica B. Same Z's. Same Z's. Samantha C said, I'm really interested in seeing how this develops and helps my skin. Since I wear a mask all day at work, I have a lot of acne and it makes me feel like a teenager again. Oh girl, I've heard that a lot from my friends. So I'm hoping this helps with everything and helps even out my rough texture of my skin that I've received these last few months from wearing a mask. This could definitely help. Julie K said, I'm not usually a fan of toner. I feel like it makes my skin tight, but this one felt so nourishing. Well, that's good to hear. I've honestly only messed with toners a few times, but I feel like I'm entering that phase of my life where I do need to try it more because I am getting so into skincare right now. Yolanda R said, I absolutely love toners. This one is crazy expensive and I've never had one this expensive. It smells really nice and it did hydrate my skin well. A lot of people are commenting on the smell. Again, I guess I'm not as sensitive to smells as some people. It smells clean. It smells like a clean, like something that you want a toner to smell like in my mind. I want it to feel like it's gonna do something but be refreshing. Tiffany L said 5 hearts. I couldn't have been more thrilled to get this as I've been looking for a toner for the nights I don't use my glycolic acid toner. This made my skin feel baby soft and I like how it came out thicker than a lot of toners. So no loss of product with over pouring. Sweet. She sounds like a pro, so I'm going to take her advice too and just say that's probably really accurate. Vanessa said this is just not for me. So it kind of just depends on where you're at with your skincare routine and what you enjoy, but I'm definitely excited to keep using this, especially since I feel like I'm really coming into my own with skincare and kind of figuring out what works for me. So stay tuned so you don't miss out on my updates on that, because that's the kind of product you need to know a couple months out. Ooh, sorry guys, my camera died. I had a full battery, but Not many things can last the test of a long BoxyCharm video, so bear with me again as I'm going through these technical difficulties as I'm growing my channel and trying new equipment. The next item I'm going to be jumping into is a hair care product. Now keep in mind, I just told you it's been a rainy season and it actively started raining while my camera was kind of running out of battery and I was adding things back together here and making a charger attached to it that I'm not used to doing. It started downpouring and I had to run outside to grab one of the dogs. So as a wavy curly haired girl, I immediately go straight to frizzy. And that kind of goes against the next product I'm going to be talking about because it claims it does anti-frizz. This is the Nelson J. Beverly Hills Argan Oil 7 Moisturizer Healing Mask. This is a $24 value, and it is supposed to, according to the card and the directions on it, this is supposed to be a moisturizing hair treatment for color-treated, dry, or damaged hair. It's supposed to detangle, control frizz, prevent hair color from fading. Ooh, that's good. Sealing split ends, protects from chlorine, and enhance the hair's natural body. So that is so exciting. And then on the back, it gives you like 17 million different ways you can use this, and I will tell you the way that I tried this yesterday. So the first way up here, it says directions for quick treatment and repair. After shampoo, apply moisture healing mask to towel dried hair and leave it in for 1 minute and then rinse. That is what I did yesterday with this. And then the next thing you can do, it says directions for protecting your hair against chlorine and salt water. Before swimming, wet your hair and apply the mask from root to ends. Do not rinse. Good to know. And then the next one is directions for pre-wash treatment. Wet hair thoroughly and apply the mask from mid-shaft through the ends. Do not rinse, then shampoo and condition hair. So there are various ways you can try this. I tried it the first way. I thought it was okay. I thought the smell was okay. It smells kind of coconutty and tropical. It is a coconut scent, so it should. But as I can tell you the next day, and I don't wash my hair daily. It's some people do, some people don't. I wash my hair every 3-ish days. It is frizzy. I have used other like normal wavy hair girl stuff that I've told you I love from the Not Your Mother's brand. I love their defining gel, so I used that as well to help kind of like hold some curls in, and I just don't think this is helping with the frizz very much. Maybe it would be worse if I hadn't used this yesterday, but like I can see all of these frizzes here, so it's definitely not helping with that. Maybe I need more use though. I've only used it once. So I'm gonna have to, kind of like the skincare, tell you to be subscribed and hit the bell so you don't miss out on an upcoming quarterly review where I dig into these items so much deeper after longer use to let you know what I think. This is a $24 value, so I kind of want it to work because it's not crazy pricey, and that would be a really great thing to have for all of those features. I mean, it gives a lot of claims, so I want this to work, but right now, meh. That's how I feel. Meh. Let's see what people are saying online. Maybe there's other people that have used this that know more. Oh, so Brandy K immediately gave it 5 hearts, but then she said, this stuff is terrible. My hair was sticky and it was very frizzy afterwards and had knots that were terrible. I don't like this product. Then please stop giving it 5 hearts, people. You are confusing the BoxyCharm gods there. This smells so good, says Crystal. It does. Julie K said, this will be great for my upcoming beach trip. I've gotten smaller samples from other subscription boxes, so I was so happy to get a full-sized item. Oh, so it sounds like she's tried this. Sweet. She gave it 5 hearts, so I'm hopeful. Yolanda said, I used this yesterday and I absolutely love the way that it made my hair feel. My hair was soft and the tangles melted away. So Nichole M says, wow, my hair is now so super soft. Karen K said, tried once, ... Felt so nice afterward. I could not stop touching my hair the next day. You guys know I touch my hair a lot. It's just kind of a Nichole thing, but also my hair is frizzy. I feel like I'm always like trying to combat it here on camera so that way you guys don't just see me here on camera looking like Was that Monica from Friends in that episode where when they went to like the Bahamas or something, her hair got huge? Yeah, that's me. That's me. I'm gonna keep trying this and let you guys know what I think, like I told you, in an upcoming video, because I want this to work so bad. I live in the type of environment and have the type of hair that it would benefit from all of these claims that it's making. Please and thank you. I hope it really works. Okay, the next item I'm going to talk about is an eyeshadow palette. And I cannot lie to you, when I realized I was going to have 2 eyeshadow palettes, I struggled with, do I keep both of them? Do I not keep both of them? But I really, really wanted to try both of these formulas for different reasons. And I'm going to get into that now because I'm really loving this eye look I did today. And it was so simple and so fast. And it used colors that I thought would maybe be boring when looking at them in the palettes, both of them, but when they're on the eyes, they've blended so well together, and I'm really enjoying this look that seems very neutral and easy, but it looks really crisp and nice in person. Looks nice. This is the Manny MUA collab with Morphe. This is the Glam palette. This has a little bit of everything, including highlighters and a mirror. I watched a little bit of what Manny had to say about this palette in his BoxyCharm video, and he said when he created this palette, he wanted there to be a lot of neutrals because he wanted this to be very approachable for the everyday person wanting to use this. Like if you're getting ready for work in the morning, because I know a lot of you are kind of going back to work, even if you're wearing a mask, you've told me you want to get your eyes going. So this is such a fun palette for that because it does have a lot of options as far as being very neutral but giving you enough pigment, because this is still the Morphe formula. This is not anything special as far as like a differentiator from that. And at first I just kept looking at it going, I don't know, because it also looks very similar to the other palette that I got. And I was like, a lot of neutral shades that are meant to be transitions. I don't know. But I'm so glad that I tried it, because yesterday and today specifically, because I really wanted to delve into these, I was loving it. I feel like I went into all 3 of these, and I went into some of the other warmer ones and into this gold shimmer here, all on my lids today, and I really like it. I've delved into at least 6 of these eyeshadows in 2 days. So I feel like even though I just got this like yesterday and I'm coming on camera trying to give you a wear test review, I loved how these applied. They blended really well. I honestly did not have a great taste in my mouth for Morphe, specifically from that orange palette. What did you guys call it? The dreaded 15D palette. That I love an orange eyeshadow, but the shadows were so inconsistent there, and they were patchy in some places. It just that palette really aggravated me, and it didn't inspire me. And I love an orange shadow, but that's why I was kind of like, I don't know if I want to keep a palette from Morphe that's their formula, because I like the Jaclyn Hill one, but we all know that's her formula. I have really been gravitating to a much more neutral eye look over the summer, but pretty much through COVID too. Like I'm looking for something that's a soft glam that I feel like I can dress up or dress down depending on my mood, on my day, as things evolve. It's just how life has been for me right now, and that's okay, and that's okay if it's happening to you too. So when I was playing with these, I was really able to get a beautiful color down. I was worried that all of these neutral transition shades were going to be just that, like nothing on the lid. They really came to play. They really put some pigment down. This one has a nice mustardy tone to it that I was like shocked by and really enjoyed. And then as I laid down the shimmer shade of Scorpio, which this feels really smooth on the skin, and I mean, look at that. That's really nice. Put some Leo on there too. I was curious about Leo as well. I'm gonna put, oops, it's raining guys. Sticking more colors on there. Ooh, that's nice. I'm really liking this. Yeah, it's not like a vibrant blue or a vibrant purple, but I've not been reaching for that during this whole COVID thing. I've only kind of gotten to lightly play with some of these highlighters, to be honest with you, but that was another reason that I really wanted to try this palette, because these colors are right up my alley for some highlighters I've loved from the past. And I've been so obsessed with my Becca Champagne Pop highlighter all of 2019 on the back end, all of the beginning of this year. I'm really starting to branch out with highlighters for the first time in what I feel like is probably a year. So I've been really wanting to play with some of those because I really thought these shadows were really nice. So let's jump online and see what other people are saying about this. I was really happy that I ended up trying this, because for a minute there I was kind of like, another eyeshadow palette. I just did my eyeshadow palette tag. You guys know I have an excessive amount for my tiny space, but these are good and I'm really pleased with it. So this is only a $20 value as well, and he said he specifically wanted this to be an easy price point for people because he wanted everyone to be able to attain this if they wanted to, because he knows his Lunar Beauty palettes are like $52 because the formulas and the ingredients that are used are so expensive and high end that he knows that these are going to be different, and these are probably going to have some kickback and whatnot, but they're still quality, and he wanted to put together something for the everyday person. Jerry Lynn J said pigmentation is not there at all, but gave it 5 hearts. And that's why you can't do that, because BoxyCharm's only going to see that you gave it 5 hearts. They're not going to have time to read everybody's stuff, so just be honest with your reviews, guys. Natasha W said, I don't use the cheek products, but it's a good and a bit neutral nudes. Still a decent palette with some nice colors in it. Rena R said, I really like this palette. And the highlighters, they're just a bonus for me. Stunning. I love it, says Hope. I really like the colors in this palette, says Gail. I am in love with this, says Kayla. Corey F said, I think this is a really good basic palette. There's some nice summer shades in here and nothing out of the ordinary, but a good palette to have. Love the lighter shade and the highlight inside. Yeah, I kind of want to play with these more because, ooh, they honestly are reminding me of something I got from BoxyCharm a long time ago. Jessica B said, this palette is pretty and I really enjoy the highlighter on the bottom. The mattes are buildable, but the metallics are really dull and disappointing. Okay. I don't think they swatched very well, but on my lid, I think the shade Scorpio looks really nice. I applied that to my lid and I added something else from the other palette I received to really zhuzh up the inner corner. But I think this is pretty good. Considering the price tag too is 20 bucks, this is a very nice, easy, everyday palette. And I could see this easily becoming something that kind of comes to the front of my easy basic part of my drawer, so that way I can really like just put on a quick nice looking eye look and go about my day, you know? I like this a lot. Now for the giveaways, there are 3 items in here that I am so excited to jump into for you. At a $40 value, okay, $39.99, but we all know that's really $40. It's just all marketing. This Folly Fire matte manipulation trio is something I really thought a red lip lover out there would thoroughly enjoy. These are creamy matte lipsticks, and there's 3 of them in here in 3 different shades. There is a little guide on the back to give you an idea of what the colors are. The only one that I thought could maybe entice me was this one over here. But I feel like I kind of have some of those colors and other things, so I really wanted to gift this whole trio away to you guys. I thought you guys would really enjoy this, so this is absolutely going in the giveaway. Whew, there's 2 other things in here that I'm so excited to tell you about, but I'm trying to figure out which one first. I think I'm going to tell you about the cuticle oil first. This little baby here. This is Cocoyo Natural. I think that's how you say that. This is a milk and honey cuticle revitalizing oil. I already have so many oils, and I prefer to just go get my nails done when I can actually get into the salon safely. So I know I'm not going to have use for this, and this is a big bottle of the oil that I just don't really have room for here in my beauty space, but I was like, this is so bougie and nice. I wanted to gift this to you guys. Back here it says it's the luxury of spa wellness. So I'm super excited for someone to really enjoy this baby way more than I would appreciate it. And the last thing I struggled with going, do I want this? Because I already got this. I already had a new face palette from last month, and I have another one that I love. So I was like, I definitely need to gift this away to my friends that would really enjoy this. This is the Kenya, I'm so worried I want to say her name wrong, Ontaverso Beauty. This is the Set and Define kit. Please forgive me if I said her name wrong. This is a $42 value, and it is stunning. When you take off the first layer and then you get back into this, like, this is so pretty. And then I'm gonna just open it for you so you know what it is. This cover on it with the brand name. And then it has highlighters to it. It has some complexion pieces. It's a Set and Define kit. This is a $42 values with some contours in it. and silky powders to blend seamlessly. I mean, there's so many great reviews about this. I am so excited for one of my lucky subscribers to win this. I'm gonna put it all back together for you. So if you're newer to my channel and maybe you don't know how to submit, it's very easy. Everything is in the description below. The main things are be subscribed, comment below how I can get in touch with you and why you want this box, and for a second entry, go on over to my Instagram and follow me there. Like and comment on the picture from today about BoxyCharm and you're entered. That is it. Just be sure when you comment below you tell me how to get in touch with you because YouTube makes that hard for some reason. Moving on to the last box that I was waiting for, which is my own base box. The thing that I chose as my choice item, which I honestly couldn't remember even anymore what I chose, so it must have been this, is the Babe Lash Serum. I am so excited. I've only used this once or twice. I need to put this somehow in an evening routine ritual for myself so I don't forget to use it because this thing sounds amazing. This is like 3 months supply of an essential serum to give me more eyelashes. Please and thank you. I don't know about you guys, but my husband has eyelashes that are 10 times better than mine. I even told him, I'm like, I just got a lash serum that's gonna help my eyelashes to look as good as yours. And he's like, good luck. And I was like, I know, but I'm at least thinking positive about it. Come on, throw me a bone here or something. This sucker is a $59 value. So excited to get this in a base box. Thank you so much. It says that this can be used on brows as well and people that use eyelash extensions. It says apply to the top lash line in the evening on clean, dry skin. 1 dip of the wand is enough for both eyes, so you don't feel like you're wasting product. And it says once satisfied with the results, you just need to go down to using it 2 to 3 times a week. So that tells me within this box, I should be able to notice a difference. So I'm so excited about it. This is the wand here. This is the holder here, the component. And then I'll show you what it looks like inside. It's like, kind of like a lash glue brush, if you've ever seen one of those, and it just goes right across your lashes. Kelly said, I just got this in my July box and I'm so excited to use it. So Lynn A gave this 3 hearts and said, I have tried this in the past. Didn't see a huge change, but a tad. What does that mean? What is a tad? What is a tad in the lash world? I need to know. Jacqueline V said, I was so excited to get this and I've been using this every day to see results. Okay, so Amber is kind of like me. She said, just started using it, so clearly I'm not gonna see results yet, but it's an easy application that dried swiftly. I did apply this one day when I was just doing skincare, had no makeup on, and it was closer to the end of the day for me, like maybe 5 o'clock-ish. And I just kind of like did a quick sweep across my lashes because I really was like, let's get into this. I need to catch up with Adam's eyelashes. And I was thinking, oh man, it's not close enough to the end of the day. I wonder if they said that because they want you to go to sleep so, you know, it'll absorb. But the reality is it absorbed so quickly, I forgot I even had applied it. So that's why I think that I've not been able to make this a part of my routine yet because it dries so fast, I forgot all about it. Brittany B said, I was so happy, all caps, to get this as my choice item. I have gotten a similar product about 4 years back and I was obsessed with it. I'm a week in and I actually noticed a difference. I wish I could post photos because this made my lashes thicker already. Oh, okay, I'm gonna figure out how to implement you ASAP. Thank you, BoxyCharm. Okay, so the next item in here is something that I was kind of on the fence about because when I've tried products from this brand, they've been so hit or miss for me, and this particular line of their coconut line I didn't like their powder at all. I didn't. I think I'm getting ready to declutter it. That's a different video. This is the Ciate London Everyday Vacay Coconut Setting Spray. This is a $22 value, and the packaging itself is pretty. It's like this pearlized iridescent packaging with a silver top, so it looks really pretty, but it is very lightweight. It is very it feels, I don't want to use the word cheap, but it feels very non-luxe, if you know what I'm saying. And I've always kind of thought of Ciate as a more of a luxe brand in my head. I don't know if it's because of their font or what they use for branding or marketing, I don't know, but I've been so kind of hit or miss and with those products. So what I can tell you is I was kind of like, we'll see how this goes. I've not been intrigued. I'm on day 2. I think I've tried this 2-3 times because I do try to use it use products as much as I can to review for you. I like the mist on this, at least so far. The way that it sprays, and I don't know if this camera will pick it up, we'll find out. It kind of mists it all out, which is nice. I just sprayed that right over my glass of water. What is wrong with me? I'm special. Now this is gonna have setting spray in it. You're so smart, Nichole. This is fruit in my water glass, by the way. I liked how it misted down. I like how it didn't leave any streaks on my face. As far as keeping makeup on, again, I've only had it now for one full day of application, and now today I'm on to day 2. It's hard to gauge at this moment because the weather has been so crappy, but like right now, I'm really pleased at how my face still looks, and unfortunately, because of camera settings, technology, and weather, I've had to stop and start this video more times than I even want to admit, and I still look fresh. Everything here still looks good on the face, and I am a face toucher, as you've seen throughout my channel. So I'm going to keep giving this the old college try and seeing how I like it. I'm not as displeased on initial application as I was kind of worried I would be, and it does smell really good. It's that coconut scent. Tropical. Let's see what people are saying online. Ooh, this is in, I believe, their pop-up for much cheaper. Is it sold out at the moment? Oh, it's sold out at the moment. So sorry. But let's see what people are saying. I bought this in the pop-up, says Jewel. I love coconut anything, she says. And she's so excited to try it. Ooh, Haley N gave it 2 hearts and a little bit of a monologue where she said, I'm super picky about setting sprays, so I was slightly sad when I got this. It smells like hairspray and doesn't do much for setting my makeup. I don't like dewy finishes, so this was a bust for me. I'll still use it on no makeup days and light makeup days, but I'm just using it so it doesn't go to waste. People that are sensitive to smells are not liking this. Someone just said they don't like coconut scents, so they gave it 2 hearts, and they plan to give it away to a friend. A lot of people that do like the scent, though, are like, this reminds me of my Florida vacation. Jessica B said, 4.5 hearts. I really like this. This sets my makeup with a little dewy look without looking oily. Please and thank you. As an oily skin girl, I always worry about things that say dewy because I don't want to look like an oil slick halfway through the day. Yesterday, I did not have that issue at all, and today I'm not either. I do have on a very blingy highlight though, so that's what you're seeing here and here. Judith V gave this 4.5 hearts and said, the coconut scented products from Ciate are so fun. Just enough to be pleasant without overpowering. I didn't necessarily notice that it helped my makeup to last longer, but it did provide a nice dewy effect. So stay tuned to be subscribed, and I'll give you more of an update in the future about this little baby. But so far, like I said, day 2, not mad, not upset, not in love. We're okay. We're mediocre. We're in the middle of the road. Let's talk about something that I keep forgetting I actually have on my face because the color, I don't understand why rose gold makeup is a thing, if I'm gonna be honest, because I feel like rose gold makeup, unless it's like got some special properties to it, it's going to blend into or disappear compared to other makeup pieces. It just is. And this is my very first time trying one of those pizza cutter eyeliners. Let's get into it. This is from Nude Sticks in the shade Golden Rosé. And this is one of those pizza cutter eyeliners from Nude Sticks. It's Rock and Roller is the official name of it. And this is a $26 value. So the way they describe this led me into thinking I could attempt this. So let me read it to you. It says, easily achieves lining perfection with this high pigmented, sweat-proof, smudge-proof, waterproof liner that stays put for 24-hour wear with resistant finish. The ultra-fine roller ball glides across the lash line for precise ink application, allowing you to create a variety of looks with ease. $26. So all of those claims made me go, maybe this rose gold color will be more pigmented on my skin than I'm thinking because of the marketing and the words they used. I do have it on and I have applied it. I did layer it up a lot. I just gave myself pretty much a wing that kind of starts towards the back end of my lids and then wings itself out. I think with this look, it's a compliment to it, but if you're looking for something to give you some pow effect, this needs to be on either a very light skin tone or a skin tone much deeper than mine, because I don't even notice it. I'll get reflections of the back end here on my lid, and then I'll remind myself that, oh yeah, I've got a little wing going here. But it's nothing crazy. So maybe if you are a more neutral sister out there that you're just like, you know what, I don't need a lot of zhuzh, but I do like a wing that's not a black wing, this could be your jam. I was impressed though with the rollerball and how it easily applied, because I really wasn't sure how that was gonna do. I've never tried one of those, but I liked that, and I wanted to like this rose gold look, and I'm not mad at it. I think it gives a nice little contrast, because I do usually darken the outer corner of my eye looks, because I do like that for the eye shape that I have. So going over that, I feel, is what really made it pop a bit, and then you kind of notice the subtlety of it kind of like coming out there. So that was fine too. I enjoyed that well enough, but I would definitely never buy this on my own, especially in this color. Maybe another color, maybe I would. But for 26 bucks, whew, I don't know about that. This is cruelty free, by the way. I did look this up because I couldn't find anything on the packaging or on the card, and I was immediately like, I can't remember. I feel like I've looked up nude sticks before and they were. According to what I found online, they are. Please let me know if that's wrong. But let's see what people are saying online. I'm really curious about what people are saying about this one. Is everybody getting the same color? I really don't know, because I'm seeing 3 different, wait, I don't think so. No, oh, some people are getting a black liner, so maybe I just got the one that's kind of more, because it looks like some people could get black. I don't know what this other color is, but it looks more bronzy, and I got the rose gold. Golden rosé. I keep saying the wrong one. Gave it to my daughter. I didn't like the color, says Debbie. Penny, do you want this? You're my daughter. The concept is pretty neat, says Danielle, but I really don't like the color of the eyeliner. Rachel D, 1 heart. I love nude sticks, and I love a good liquid eyeliner, but this really missed the mark. Messy, runny, thin, you name it, everything was wrong with it. It was kind of thin, but I figured that was because of the rollerball. I did have to go back into this a few times just to try to layer up the color, but I think that's a color thing. I really like the applicator, says Swadita. Jessica says, pretty color, but super difficult to use. I was okay with using it with the rollerball. That did not distract me as much as I thought it would. For me, it was the color. I love eyeliner, but the tip of this is weird, says Savannah. I got rose gold, which I think means she got the one I got, and I'm talking here about Miss Melissa E. And she said, which I will never use, but my daughter likes it though. Dang it, maybe Penny does want this. Penny. Great for making wings, says Danielle. Yeah, I wish I could have got this in a color that you could have seen the wing more, but I think you kind of get the gist of it all. Amanda F said, seriously? Seriously, they are still making these types of roller ball eyeliners? I hate these kind of eyeliners. I don't even use a regular liquid liner, and I get one almost every month from BoxyCharm. She gave this half a heart. So again, this is all personal preference depending on how you like to use things. And I'm also assuming the color you got. If I had gotten another color that I could have seen more, then I could have probably given you a more in-depth like, oh yeah, I wish this was thicker, or this was a great line of product, or the color. I don't know. I just can't, I don't see it well enough to even give too much of a review, to be honest. So the next item that I need to talk about really quickly, because it keeps distracting me on my face and it may be distracting you as well, it is the highlighter. I had no idea I was going to be getting Fenty in a base box, but hallelujah, something good from 2020 happened. Let's go with it. This is the Fenty Beauty by Rihanna Fairy Balm Shimmer Powder. And when I read the shimmer powder, I thought it was like an actual powder, but then when I started looking at it, this is definitely a highlighter. I wish they would just call it a highlighter, because at first I really wasn't sure what this is. It came with a sifter lid that came separately within its own little box, so I was like, what's happening here? Although this is kind of messy. You guys know I'm really messy, and that's one thing I don't like about powder highlighters, because I am a messy beast and everything in here is white until it's glitter, and then you're covered in glitter. This is a $28 value, and this is supposed to be good for now housed in a loose powder pot for precision and payoff. Pack this prismatic sparkle onto your face, eyes, and body. Today I have it on my face, and I've put some on my collarbones and on my shoulders, and then I still put some of this bronzer that I had tried earlier, Ace Beauté, because I felt like my face wasn't necessarily matching my skin because of the foundation, so I was like trying to blend it down, and you could still see this baby with bronzer over the top of it. Like, impressive. It is a bit of a darker color, but it shows so much pop and pow that I feel like it just makes your face look like you're not wearing highlighter. It's just like your skin. I'm hoping that's what it looks like after I get done editing it and you can see everything, because I applied it here at the tip of my nose and then down the bridge and then on the body. I am really impressed with the pigment with this. I used my normal brush with this, but I had to tap this baby off a lot because I was like, I could look like a diamond. I'm really curious what other people are going to say about this. The shade I got is, I think, 24 Cray. I didn't know that before. Cray, because, you know, we crazy. Ooh, I can already tell this has almost a full 5 hearts after 1,300 reviews, so that is a good sign. Let's see what people are saying. Oh, first one from Debbie. No more highlighters, please. Danielle L. Smells amazing and I can't wait to try it. It smells, what is with all the smells? Hold on. I must not have a good smeller. I swear I don't have COVID. Oh, it does kind of have like a vanilla-y scent to it. I guess I just don't smell stuff as often. I will be giving this away, says Jessica. Too much glitter. Very shimmery. I love it, says Swada. Angelica said, I'm surprised I got this product. I love this brand, but I don't like highlighters. Margaret said, this is gorgeous, just like the Trophy Wife highlighter. They've got some stunning formulas in the Rihanna Fenty Beauty line. They do. Valerie H said, OMG, I love Fenty. And I was super excited to get this in a base box. And it's her perfect shade as well. Honestly, I thought this was gonna be too dark for me, and that's why I was thinking it was like a face powder, like powder. But really, I think it's just complementing. It just doesn't pull away. It looks like a skin tone that's illuminating from within kind of thing, but a lot of within. There's a lot coming out. Samantha L says, this color looks great on my skin, very sparkly with a great payoff. So this is getting a ton of love online. I just hope I don't make too much of a mess or spill it all over my beauty room. Ugh. And the last product I have to tell you about is a Pure palette. All right, so I know Pure has been very polarizing in the BoxyCharm community, and that was one of the things that I was kind of already thinking in my head, but when I saw this was the Festival palette, a lot of you know we got the Festival palette a year ago, and I have been with BoxyCharm for forever, and I also got a palette from them, gosh, 2017, 2018, 2017. I'm pretty sure it was 2017. That was an amazing palette, the Soiree Diaries palette, that is no longer sold, and I don't know why. That's a travesty, because that formula and that palette, so good. I still have it, still love it. I don't brag about it too much because you can't buy it anymore. But I actually really liked the Festival palette. I know this was kind of like one of those things that a lot of people were like, oh, I really don't like Pure, or oh, I just couldn't get these to work. And I know the glitters really bothered some people. But I even swatched these yesterday after I received this palette to kind of remind myself of this formula. And I was really like, oh man, these were really good. I did like them a lot. So when I realized it was the 2.0, I was like, I gotta keep these. I gotta try it. And I'm pretty pleased that I did. I was worried because I thought it was too similar in the color story to the Manny MUA one and that I wouldn't reach for it. But then I kept realizing it had different pops of color and tones to it. So I was like, let's try it. I tried, oh gosh, at least 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 of these shades so far. Give me more time. I've only had this a day or two. And I used today Photo Op, Onset, and Euphoric. I put Euphoric on a brush on this inner corner and then really wanted to fluff it out. So I had a lot more of that light and luminosity pulling through the whole inner part of my eye, not just the lid, which is something I saw. I don't remember where I saw it, but I really wanted to try it. And I thought this shade here, Euphoric, would be great for that. So it really helped that. Oh yeah. Now this one does have a scent. I did notice that. This one has a very good like frosting vanilla-y scent to it. But I was really impressed with this, and it played really well with this Manny MUA palette. I liked it, and since I feel like Raw Beauty Kristi just did a collab with Pure, that was another reason that I wanted to reintroduce myself to the Pure brand and line, because I do love Raw Beauty Kristi. I'm so excited for her. I have not been able to get her palette, but that's kind of what made me also think, man, I haven't played with those formulas or those shadows in a while. I really want to play with this, and I've not been disappointed so far. Now, I haven't tried all of them, so I'm not sure about the whole palette just yet, but give me a little bit of time, and I can't wait to let you know. But that's also why I go into the reviews. So let other people tell us what they think too. So let's see. This is a $36 value, which is more expensive than the Manny MUA one, which is kind of interesting because this one's definitely bigger and it gives you highlighters. Food for thought, food for thought. If you didn't get either of these and you're thinking about which one to purchase. I see it already. Laura G. I'm not a big fan of Pure, but I'll give it a try. Michaela N said, I like the shimmery pigment powder to this palette. However, a few of the colors were dried up and crumbling, but it was really no biggie. These colors are very pigmented, Amber said, and I actually like the colors, so it's a full win-win. I feel like this is a much more approachable palette than probably their festival one with the glitters and some bold purples and bold pinks. I think this one just might speak to more people. Kathy D said the glitter ones are not as good as the matte ones. So what I'm going to say about that from what I know so far, because the mattes were really good for me. This euphoric shade, the first day I tried it, I pressed it onto my lid with a finger and that did a pretty good job, but I did layer it up like 3 times to really get that impactful lid because that's what I was going for that day. Today I was using a brush and I tried my brush wet and then I tried a different style of brush to really get into euphoric because I really had an idea of how I wanted that whole inner duct to look, and I needed more fluff and I needed more pigment, so it did take some build up for sure. I will say that about this shade, but I am pleased with the end result. Danielle V said the eyeshadows feel like velvet and they're super pigmented. I tend to agree, so I'm just gonna do a few here because I swatched some of the Manny one. So, ooh, where am I gonna put these? Whoa, not gotten to play with that color yet, but that's right there. Ooh, yeah, see, I really like that. They're just kind of like coming up and I'm not pressing hard on my skin. There is some fallout, but you know, that's okay. That's where you know you get some pigmentation sometimes. I love this palette so much, I can see myself using it daily, says Allison. Love the colors, very pigmented, says Burnett. It's a cute palette. Not sure if I'm going to use all of the colors, but I'm definitely going to enjoy playing with it, says Liberated Bee. So this is actually still getting some really good reviews. But again, if you want more in-depth information, more wear tests, more looks, all the things. If you don't want to miss out on all of these updates, because a lot of these boxes came late and I need to give you more in-depth reviews, you know where to come for those. I am the BoxyCharm Queen for a reason, even if I am a smaller channel, because I go in-depth and let you guys know all the nitty-gritty details. So be subscribed and don't miss out on all of these updates and these wear tests and looks and reviews. I give you all the deets right here on my channel. Thank you guys so much for watching and coming along on the ride with me every month with BoxyCharm. It is one of my faves. Thank you guys so much for watching. And if you happen to be new to my loud, fun, weird, crazy, unique channel, hi new friends. I hope you will join our little family here and hit that subscribe button down below so you don't miss out on all of these fun, loud, weird, unique videos I do every single week. Bye friends.